So these little myth debunks have got to be like my favorite discussions to have with you here in this community. There is so much information available to us today, and depending on who it is you are stumbling upon, can really determine the next set of decisions that you're going to make about incorporating intermittent fasting or any kind of nutritional lifestyle into your life. What I really like to emphasize here in this community is that just because we are women or just because we are aging doesn't mean that we shouldn't have the opportunity to exercise a choice and a decision-making process about how it is we want to conduct ourselves on a 24-hour basis around food situations and the choices that we want to make to heal our bodies. So that's what we're going to talk about a little bit today. So myth number one, if I practice intermittent fasting, I will lose muscle mass. That is just not factual at all. We know that when we are in a fasted state, we have an opportunity to increase the natural production of our human growth hormone. Our human growth hormone is that thing that naturally declines on its own as we age. So, as aging women, we should be this category of women who should be practicing intermittent fasting because we want to boost the natural production of our human growth hormone. And intermittent fasting is proving to be the best way to do that. So if you want to maintain your lean muscle mass as you are going through this aging process, as a woman more specifically, then intermittent fasting is exactly what you should be doing. Myth number two, intermittent fasting or putting your body in a situation where you don't consume any nutrition for a period of time will cause your body to store fat. Again, this is just not true. And why here in this community, especially if you're starting out with changing some nutritional things that you're doing and you're going from being a dieter to an intermittent faster, a clean intermittent fasting window will allow your body to actually reset its metabolic burn rate, which will allow you the opportunity to burn fat more efficiently. We will not starve ourselves if we put ourselves into a fasted state. What actually puts us into a fat hoarding and a starvation state is when we become insulin resistant and when we are constantly in a state of feeding. Every time you put something in your body that's going to cause your body to produce a new amount of insulin, or you haven't put yourself in a place where you are actually fat adaptive, meaning you're constantly utilizing sugar as your primary source of energy, you are actually ceasing fat burning. So the way we have been living has put ourselves in a position where we're storing fat. And we've actually put ourselves into these metabolic disorders, which put us in a place where we can't lose weight anymore. So myth number two is if you practice intermittent fasting, you will store body fat. It is just not true. If you put yourself into an intermittent fasting opportunity, so you're choosing an amount of hours a day that you're fasting, and then you're utilizing your feasting window to put nutrient-dense food into your body, you will actually become a fat-burning machine. Your body will start to tap into that stored body fat and utilize that as its primary source of energy. Number three, intermittent fasting will cause us women, especially aging women, to go into a state of hormonal imbalance. I don't know about you, but as I started aging, when I was in perimenopause and it was entering in the very beginning stages of menopause, I was completely out of balance hormonally. That was just the course of nature happening as it was supposed to happen. So how is it that practicing something like intermittent fasting how can that put us in a state of hormonal imbalance if we're already there? We have to start seeking out things that are going to do the opposite of put us in a state of hormonal imbalance. and that is intermittent fasting. Again, we know that insulin is a hormone. When insulin is not being produced properly in our body, or it's constantly being produced in our body, we are going to be in a state of hormonal imbalance. That's just what happens naturally. What we're finding with intermittent fasting and creating a keto-like lifestyle, meaning you're going to create a lifestyle that's going to work best for you, we are actually putting our body into a state of hormonal balance. How do you know that's happening? When those signs and signals of being in hormonal imbalance start to fade away. Insomnia, night sweats, leg cramps, hot flashes, cognitive decline, unwanted weight gain, hoarding body fat, all of those things that are happening to us naturally as we age. It's happening naturally to us because we're doing the same old thing we've been doing through the course of our life. We have to change things up. Intermittent fasting and creating a keto-like lifestyle is proving that fasting will put your body into a state of hormonal imbalance is in fact a myth. We need to let go of that myth and we need to start practicing this so we can put ourselves in a state of hormonal balance. Number 4, women shouldn't fast daily. Again, why would you not want to practice something on a daily basis with time and consistency if it is being proven that it will do all the things for you and your body that you know your body should be doing at this time and place? I was sick and breaking down and just a complete mess before I started intermittent fasting. I have been fasting consistently every day for 4 years, and I can tell you every single day that I practice intermittent fasting is a better day for me. If I want to look and feel my best, I fast. If I want to have mental clarity, I fast. If I want to live in the energized sense of calm, I fast. If I want to participate in amazing workout sessions as a 53-year-old postmenopausal woman, I fast. If I want to be in a good mood consistently, I fast. There is absolutely no reason for us women not to fast on a daily basis. Once your body is actually healed and you're not suffering from any of the things that you maybe are suffering from because you're looking at intermittent fasting, hormonal imbalance, stored body fat, maybe you don't have the lean muscle mass that you thought you should have at this stage in your life. If you're suffering from all of those things, you should definitely consider incorporating intermittent fasting and a new nutritional lifestyle in your feasting window. We emphasize the idea of finding the foods that let you live your happy life. There should be no restrictive dieting. There should be no foods that are on the you cannot eat list unless you've determined that those foods are no longer good for you. And then you should incorporate a fasting window that will allow you to live your day in and out in social environments, in family environments, practicing the customs and the cultures that make your life what it is for you today. Without any question, you should be able to do that in a fasted state or with a fasting window, or ebb and flow your way through the choices that you're making when you answer these 2 questions for yourself. How long will I fast today? And how well will I feast? And then you be the one that debunks these myths for yourself. Don't let someone else who has not walked in your shoes to determine how you should be living your life around food. Don't let someone else who hasn't walked in your shoes determine what you are and are not allowed to do to take the necessary steps to heal your body. And we know, we've talked about it so much here, that in order to lose weight, in order to have the muscle mass that you want, in order for your body to burn off that unwanted fat, you have to put it in a state of hormonal balance. We are proving here time and time again for us aging women, that is practicing a protocol of intermittent fasting and living a keto-like lifestyle. I'm attacking these myths again today because these still come up for me on a daily basis. Diane, I would love to take your course, but I'm afraid I'm going to lose muscle. Diane, I would love to participate in your community, but I'm afraid my body is going to hoard more fat. Diane, I heard that if I practice intermittent fasting, it's going to throw my hormones out of whack. Diane, I heard that if I start intermittent fasting, I should definitely not do it every day. Stop listening and start participating. Create your lifestyle, give it a test, jump into a course, hang out in our community. You will see that once you start practicing something that has the opportunity to reverse everything that you're suffering with the simplest set of rules involved, rules that are going to be made up by you, you will see that these are in fact myths and that you do have a right to live your life the way you're choosing to live it. I hope this gives you some encouragement and some confidence to jump in. 2 questions you should ask yourself every single day as a woman, and especially as an aging woman, is how long will I fast today and how well will I feast? And you should be the one that is going to answer those questions for yourself. Don't let anybody else answer those for you.